Hello. Okay. My name is Emeka Cookie. This is Watch Me Do video. I just finished the live video. Although I had issue with my network, so at the point it threw me out. But this is Watch Me Do video on the topic AI automation. The what the brand what um a company are looking for now. So first we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about what organizations are looking for now. So now let's look at these items before now. Remember the topic is what the organizations are looking for now. No, it's not this. Okay, hiring. Okay, so we started by identifying what the organizations are looking for. AI automation skills and brands hiring. What the world biggest companies need and how creative can get in, how creatives can get it. When you talk about creatives, you're one of them, depending on what you want. That is one. He said how AI has a job opening of 4.8 million, um, literally per month or even per yes. Then an average salary of $127,000. Then the growth rate is moving astronomically. Um, 312% the growth rate. And they have the chances of 58% of remote eligibility. Okay, so these are the things that the companies that what AI automation engineers or experts stand to gain. Okay, so let me go back. The next one is um, the companies that are hiring. The companies that are hiring, Microsoft is there, Deloitte is there, Siemens is there, Amazon is there, Google is there, McKinsey is there, Salesforce is there, IBM, we all know them. They are here, they are hiring. Just to let you know, last month, Meta sacked about 5,000 workforce, those that have refused to move to AI. I don't know how many of us that are used to this advertisement or that's the script that is going on the internet where yeah, persons who has a AI skill, automation skill, and somebody that does not have. The other one said they'll get the job done in 2 months. And the one with AI automation this work system said, I'll do it in 2 hours. And he was hired. So these are the chances you stand to gain. Okay. So we went further to look at um, your current the company demand this. We went further to core skill in demand. The robotic is there, processing mining is there, AI integration is there, workflow automation is there, AI for creatives there, which all of us all embedding. So I also try to paint a scenario for us to understand that um, in let's look at this scenario in automated coffee brewer or maker that is instructed or programmed to um, make coffee for the master for every 6 a.m. in the morning. For the far that it's already programmed every 6 a.m., whether the master is there or not, the coffee brewer would do that. But if it is AI embedded, you would apply what we call sensitive um, sentiment analysis, where he can censor when the master is not around before he gets it done. These are the things that you are to learn from us. Okay. So, and we also look at the current status, how to take advantage, how you can take advantage of this. Pick one automation skill stack, then build a portfolio of 3 automations, which every day, if you're building your portfolio. If when you get started, you'll be taught how to build a portfolio using Canva. Okay. Get certified. Okay. And target global role via LinkedIn, Alta, remote.com. Filter for robotic, intelligent automation, that which we are about teaching you, and AI workflow rules. Lead with return on investment in your application. Automated, look at this. Our automated X, which saved Y hours per week, beats any buzzword. This, like what I tried to say earlier before now. Then we now go further to um, start from our main topic here. Main topic here said, let's go. Our main topic is an AI automation skill. What brands are hiring today? And let's look at this critically before we. It said an AI automation. What brands are hiring globally? Activating systems that think, learn, and execute. Okay. Um, you know my name. My name is Emeka Kuki, the lead architect. So this time around, an AI engineer is a professional who builds, train, and integrate artificial intelligence system capable of thinking, learning, and automating tasks similar to human cognition. Okay, so we went further to compare, as I tried to compare robotic and AI agents. Robotic is deterministic, rule-based. That is what it is. And this one is probabilistic and automative reasoning. Okay, so autonomous reasoning. It works independently so long as it's being programmed to do so. Then robot is rigid workflows. It's usually meet dead end, requires perfect structured data. Like when I give you an instance of Excel, Excel is a data structured environment. Meanwhile, in AI agent, it process unstructured data and reads the room. This one is cannot summarize, adapt, or empathize. Self-directed goal achievements. This is what you can give to your AI agent. So let's go further. Then remember though I didn't get to this point as we were talking, the master plan, the AI engineer blueprint. It said human content first, then cognitive core, orchestration, execution, and business values. You look at the first is a human interface using prompts. This is using a large language model brain reasoning. This is the cognitive using this is exactly, and this is large language model comes from or came from natural language processing. It's they try to or we try to and build models that reason like man, that has the brain of man, that even more inclined to reasoning better than man. That is what the target has been. Okay, so in our framework like LangChain and Crew logic, so if this is you if I by the time if I finish if I talk about this you may not understand because you've not been part of it. So now in execution, APIs is required. The API is likened to a waiter who walks up to the table and said, "What may I serve you, sir?" Then and then place your order. So as soon as you place your order, it takes it. So API links software to software. If it is networking, and it is called IP addresses, but in software development, it is called API, connecting platform to platforms via softwares. Then the business angle of automated workflow, final output. That is how we are looking at it. Would you remember in the wiring processing, we have two of its kind. We have 8NN and Zapier. But this time around, visual instant logic mapping business rules transparently. 8N8 nervous system. Okay. That is this is where we are together. Then multi-agent architecture, routing data between specialized AI agents. Okay. So this time around, um, I mean, stop there because this is bringing more examples. I mean, stop there so that let's do some demonstrations as we tried to do last time. So as I said before now, you go with me. Let us do the demonstration together, okay? And the demonstration by on us say CMD. Enter in that CMD, I'm going to my command prompt. I write ngrok. As I said, ngrok, because this is a self-host platform whereby it's likened to Excel online and Excel offline. That is what is likened to. Otherwise, Excel online except all offline. Excel online is Excel 365. You can't use it without being online. Meanwhile, Excel offline is ordinary Excel with Microsoft Office. Okay, so these are the things we are. That's why I'm using what I'm using to enable us work without being online. Though you can be on the network, but you can't be on their cloud. Okay, so this time around. I type another CMD, and now I try to open it. Okay, so as to open my workflow, The platform I'm trying to open now is called 8N8, N8N. This is one of the tools. We have other tools like Zapier, we have Make, we have Lovable. But the difference between 8N8 and N8N is because N8N allows us to deploy what is called self-hosts. The rest only based theirs on cloud, only cloud 14 days trial. If though N8N has a cloud, also 14 days, but they now make provision for working outside their cloud. So that's the difference between them. And we are doing well. Okay. So now, so that's where we are now in this so I'm trying to log in into a demonstration. Before now, I'm going to bring out a case study of a business person or an analyst who is expected to put in her reports every 9 a.m. in the morning or every morning, every Monday morning. So we call weekly reports. But having come across automation, so she decided to automate the entire system. So by building an automation platforms. So that is what we'll be looking at. And the tools we are going to deploy, we're going to deploy notes. We have notes, we have actions. When we call about notes, these are the things that are needed to work with right now. Right now, so the platform has opened. Platform has opened. Now I'm going to create workflow. I'm going to create workflow. This exactly, I'm going to create workflow. And remember what the case study said, you are expected to put in a report every Monday by 9 a.m. So now it's been automated from something that you put in 20 minutes trying to get done is now 0 minutes. It's done less than a second. So that is what we are looking at. Right now, we are going to put in, look at this center. This is called Canva. And in that Canva, you have where you can get your notes. And because I didn't have time to explain this because of want of time. Now I'm taking my time to explain to you. When you go through this, try and understand. Then when you open this, I said, remember, we are to schedule and report to be sent to the manager every 9 a.m. in the morning, Monday morning. So we are going to look for what we call schedule note, schedule note. And every workflow starts with a trigger. Let notice every workflow starts with a trigger. Okay, so we are saying what the trigger we need now um is scheduled trigger. We have what we call scheduled trigger. Okay, we have other triggers. When we get there, you get to know. Okay, this is a trigger. Okay, this one is already automated. We just leave it this way because we are doing demonstration. You can tune it, you can touch it if you so desire. If you do this is in hours. Okay, let's look at this by 9 a.m. This is dawn. Okay, 9 a.m. This is 9 a.m. Sorry, this is 9 p.m. Let's keep it 9 a.m. This is midnight. This is midnight. Sorry. As I said, you can let it be because as soon as we touch this place now, if we say minutes or monthly, weekly, or since you say weeks, okay, let's leave it here. When we are trying to do the parameter, we can now say every Monday, we're just working on it. Let's leave this one every Monday. Then instead of every Monday, is expected a report to turn in. A report to turn in. This is 9 a.m. Okay. This is 9 a.m. Every Monday morning, 9 a.m. a report should be turned in. So we have we have configured this particular node called trigger node. Okay, the next node we need is, remember, he said she uses Google Sheet. So we are bringing in Google Sheet into this matter. Remember what we are to expect or what the Google Sheet is to do is getting the last information to the orga or to the manager. Okay, so now on this, we now click on this. We now say Google Sheet. Google Sheet because okay, what we'll now get is a get role in sheets, get role in sheets, get role in sheet. That is what we want now. And they go get role in sheet. Before now, there's a data set which I saved in my Google Drive. Now data set, I'm going there to pick the data set, okay, because it will open. And we will now go and check let's be looking, no marketing campaign. I can say marketing campaign though, but let me look for other things. Because, oh, okay. Okay, let me look for other things. Say marketing campaign. What have I done in this one? Lead campaign, copy of marketing. Okay, see marketing here. Okay. In that in the marketing, as I usually I compare it with Excel. In every there's Excel workbook, and we have Excel sheets. Now, in your get in row, it is in a sheet. It is in a sheet. So right now, you've gotten the role, and you're going to get it from the sheet. Google Sheets. Sheet one. Remember, you have a lot of sheets in your Google notebook. Okay. So right now, this particular one is configured. Okay. So we can comfortably close it. You can comfortably close it. If we execute it now, yes, let's execute. Let's execute. It's done. It's perfectly done. It's perfectly done. Okay. Every every entry, there's always an exit. it is called input and output. And at the middle is called parameter. At the middle is called parameter. Okay. And this is where you done your configuration. That is one. Then we are bringing another one. Which one are we bringing? Remember, report comes. When the report comes, naturally speaking, she starts sorting it. So what we have to do now, we're now bringing a node called sort. We now bring a node called sort. And this sort, in this sort, what are we going to sort? We are sorting number of leads. Number of leads. Okay. Okay, you now pull that leads into the field name. Okay, how do you want it? Is it ascending or descending? Okay, you can leave it on ascending. We said the last one that enters, which is still on ascending. And if we say we now, when we left it there, we can execute this. We can equally execute this because we have finished this one. Okay, remember I said there is an input and also there is an output. There is an input and an output. Where I did my configuration is the parameter called parameter. Okay, so right now this is executed. I now tidy up. Okay, so we remember, see what is going on. First, eight items leaving. So the next one is when you put salt, you're going to limit it to that last information that entered the system. That is why you need limit node, limit node, limit node. Okay, you type limit, you type limit. It said, not remember, you only one item you need, the last information that came into Google Sheets. So, which is your last item? Beautiful. And you can execute this. This is done. Okay. So when you finish this report, you are going to summarize it. You're going to summarize it. Okay. You're going to summarize it. Okay. You also tidy up. When you tidy up, you now add summarize. We're going to summarize this. Okay, we're going to summarize it. So you look for summarize. Okay, on this, in this your summary, what are you summarizing? You're summarizing the information that you have, the information that came into that Google Sheets. We we are going to, you are asked to get the total lead for that particular day. And we now say total lead means sum of the lead, sum of the lead. You come here, you pick sum, okay? Then what are you summing? The lead. What are you summing? The lead. What are you summing? The lead is a good one. We now add another field, okay? He now said, how much did we spend in ad? How much did we spend in ad? How much did we spend in ad? He said, some. Okay. How much did we spend in ad? You now pull it. You also pull good. Okay. So you add another field. You add another field. This time around, it's not sum of return on investment. It should be an average return on investment, an average return on investment. Okay, so you now pick an average return on investment, ROI. This is done. Good, beautiful. So right now, we we can go on and execute put a timestamp or dates, but we don't really need that for now. But we can try to execute it. If it is dates, you can say append. You append dates. You don't summarize dates. Okay, so this is where we are on this. Okay, so we try to execute it. This is done. See an average return on investment, the some ad spent, and some leads. Okay, we the input and output and the parameter. The input and output, the parameter. Okay, so this is executed. You tidy up also. You tidy up also. Now you're going to bring in what we call edit field. You wouldn't want it to appear that way to your master. You can fine tune it in a way that it become presentable. Okay, that is the essence of edit field. Edit field. Okay, so you now bring it. I said edit field set. You put the edit field set. In this particular one, you're mapping them to be okay. So what you do as you pick this one, you pick the sum value, sum lead. Because this is where you're going to give the title of. So instead of saying sum lead, because he may not understand, depending on the nomenclature of your office, you can say it is total lead. Total lead. Okay, you add another input field. So you pull total hours spent. Also, total ad spent. Okay, you insert another, you input another one. Average row. This is good. Now say this is your average average row, uh, return on investment. Okay, so this is done, and we don't need to do any other thing. You don't need to do any other thing. Okay, so you execute. Okay, the output is there. Also, see the name has changed. You have changed the nomenclature of it. Finally, you're bringing in the Gmail that be sending the Gmail. Now, under Gmail, you see a lot. What you now be looking at, send a message. Under this send a message, under this send a message, okay, I put Emeka cookie at at outlook outlook.com. Okay, what is the subject matter? Weekly reports. Weekly reports. That is the subject matter. Weekly reports. Weekly reports. Weekly reports. Okay, so now you still leave it at this way. In your message, you can, how do you want the message? You just keep it the standard mail this thing. You can say, dear sir, this is the average, this is the weekly report. Dear sir, whichever way you want it, you can say, dear sir, this is, dear sir, dear sir, you enter. That's a weekly report. Weekly reports. Okay. Don't worry, let me insert all this before I put in this. Okay, so you now draw the return on investment and the lead. You can now say, you can now write it um, yourself. You can use your hand, total lead. Total lead. Okay, total lead. Make it, this time around, you're just trying to make it fanciful. For this note, then next one, you now pull in total ad spend. Total ad spent. Okay, this one, total total ad spend. Okay, so the next one is you pull an average ROI. ROI. Oh, sorry. Bring it first. You first pull it, then total average ROI. Sorry, average ROI. And while we are doing this, remember, you can automate your own company. You can automate your own company. It's not all about you can, okay, this is what I wanted to do, dear sir. Okay, dear sir, dear sir. This is the average, this is the weekly, this is the weekly report. Report. Thanks. Okay. So when you do it like this is the way it's going to appear on your report, exactly this way. This is the weekly report. Look, outlook.com. Okay, what is the subject matter? Weekly reports. Weekly reports. That is the subject matter. Weekly reports. Weekly reports. Weekly reports. Okay, so now you still leave it at this way. In your message, you can, how do you want the message? You just keep it the standard mail this thing. You can say, dear sir, this is the average, this is the weekly report. Dear sir, whichever way you want it, you can say, dear sir, this is, dear sir, dear sir, you enter. That's a weekly report. Weekly reports. Okay. No worry, let me insert all this before I put in this. Okay, so you now draw the return on investment and the lead. You can now say, you can now write it um yourself. You can use your hand, total lead. Total lead. Okay. Total lead. Make it this time around, you're just trying to make it fanciful. For this note, then next one, you now pull in total ad spend. Total ad spend. Okay. This one, total, total ad spend. Okay. So the next one is you pull an average ROI. ROI. Oh, sorry. Bring it first. You first pull it, then total average ROI. Sorry, average ROI. And while we are doing this, remember, you can automate your own company. You can automate your own company. It's not all about you can, okay, this is what I wanted to do. Dear sir, okay, dear sir, dear sir, this is the average, this is the weekly, this is the weekly report, report. Thanks. Okay. So when you do it like this is the way it's going to appear on your report, exactly this way. This is the weekly report. If you want to, okay, okay, bye. In mutual, okay. So this is how it is. Okay, you close, you execute. Okay, this is perfectly spent sent. This is the person will receive it. As soon as you open it, you read. Okay, this is perfectly done. Okay, so on this note, I am rounding off. And remember, uh, this is our, this is about us, who we are. This is who we are. And this is our course content. You can go through our course content and you can equally see our schedule for the meeting and the account details. Early birds get a discount of 20,000. You are expected to sign on. Get back to me and we'll talk more. Thank you and good night.